Was humoring myself there. Anyway, waiting for the countdown. Good morning. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, Episode 5. We're going to talk about hook today. Hooks. You can use them in your ad copy, your blurb, as well as your book. All of it applies, and no matter what, you want to keep the reader reading. So what are the things we're going to look at? The short hook, first person, second person, or third person? How do you write that hook? And then the reader must know more. So no matter what, no matter how you write it, this is what you want to leave the reader with. They have to know more. And no, I didn't research this a whole lot. I just I'll make shit up while I'm talking. The short hook. I see 4 different ways you can approach it. Inspire wonder, such as you haven't lived until you've seen the moons of Aurelius. What's that mean? Target audience, science fiction readers think, hey, okay, what moons of Aurelius? I haven't heard of that. Let me see. Let me know more. A question that must be answered. The old, will he survive the fall? Well, what fall? Why should we care if he survives? All things that you need to plant those seeds and set that. A dilemma. How about a dilemma? Such as, let me see if I make something up here for a dilemma. Will his peanut allergy survive his sandwiches? That's a pretty bad one. Don't use that one. It's bad. But a dilemma. Create a dilemma for your character. Say you're talking the second, third, fourth book where people already know the character, and he's got a new challenge. Will he make it there in time? The dilemma. It's setting that stage for what follows. And then finally, and this one is used significantly. It's the contrast. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. You can't see darkness until you see the light. One that I saw that I liked was he had to die before he started to live. Good one. What's that mean? Is he a vampire? Is he a zombie? Is he a stockbroker? Who knows what? But the contrast. So inspire wonder. You're trying to get that reader to look forward to diving into your world. And whether it's the ad copy, whether it's the blurb, or whether it's the first paragraph, all of those should blend one into the other. So this is what you're looking for. A question that must be answered. And this is where synopsis, my first blurb was a synopsis. Hey, here's what the book's about. Don't do that. You have to leave a question that must be answered. And it can't be you write a synopsis and then, will he win the war? I mean, of course he's going to win. I mean, otherwise, unless you put it in the dark fantasy category, then he probably won't. And so you don't want to answer your own questions. Leave questions, but don't ask every question. Will he survive? Will he get the girl? Will he do all these things? And keep it under control, little bit at a time. But that question, especially the first question of setting the reader up to expect more, and you can just parcel out those tidbits. Think of putting those breadcrumbs and leading the reader into this vast and wonderful world, which is what the promise. The hook is all about the promise of more. So keep that in mind. If you're not promising more, then you're not delivering on your hook. The dilemma, most people will use a dilemma of some sort where they're trying to make the reader wonder, well, is he going to win that battle? Is he going to win the fight? Is he going to survive the big one of the challenge of his life? The contrast. This is used to great extent and to great effect, and also misused a lot because people don't understand how to deliver that in a way that the readers will keep reading. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Well, that's only the first part of a very long paragraph of contrasts. That paragraph is hard to read because there's so many goddamn contrasts. Like, come on, let's get on with it. And this is where, hey, what do you need to keep doing? Come on, Charlie, fix that. Oh, sorry, you don't anymore. It's written a long, long time ago. That was A Tale of Two Cities. If you don't know what, not COVID. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a good book. It's about irony, but that whole first paragraph, a long paragraph, is nothing but contrasts. And there is a limit. You hit them with it, especially if you're talking ad copy. You only need one. You don't need to have a string of 5 or 6. A contrast, promise of more, deliver it, and then move on. I forgot to start my timer. I think we've been at 5 minutes already. So the short hook: inspire wonder, a question that must be answered, a dilemma, or a contrast. Look at those 4 ways to shape your ad copy, your blurb, or your first paragraph, and keep those readers reading. I didn't get into first person, second person, or third person, but we'll go over that tomorrow, well, Monday. And then you always want to leave the reader must know more. And that must know more, all caps. Think about that. So you don't want to answer your own questions. You don't want to have long rambling paragraphs or a 5-minute focus that goes 8 minutes because you're rambling. Keep in mind, focus, get the reader, keep them interested, inspire them to read more. And that's where you want to go. Peace, fellow humans.